you're here watching on YouTube, I have no idea when the YouTube stream actually starts. Like, I don't know if it actually starts when I press the button or if it starts when I see myself. So I'm talking like I'm live. And yeah, all right. So it started right after I pressed the button. So if you guys who go Zoom, you go Zoom to YouTube, the moment you say go live, it's catching you in a buffer. And when it catches you in that buffer, it's now it's sending that buffer out to YouTube. So the moment you click it, that's when it starts. All right, ask me anything here in the chat. Let's see what kind of craziness shows up on YouTube today. It's been wild the past couple of weeks. I really should start promoting it. And you can get time on my calendar. Brainstorm with me at Prouty.me. There we go. So, all right, and I think the chat's open, although nothing's in there. Yeah, chat's open. You guys are here. I'm here. We are going to. Do you guys know about the bonus class that we're going to be doing? You guys who are here on the Zoom and here on the you guys for the inner circle. Hold on. You inner circle and galvanize people. 2 o'clock today, there is going to be a bonus class. I'm looking at the list, making sure I'm not. Yeah. There's going to be a bonus class to this week, the week sprint that we did. And in today's bonus class, I'm going to cover, I think, 3 pretty big things. I'm going to just realize I have no lights on. Hey, Siri, turn on the fill light. Better. I'm going to show you an email. I'm going to give you, this is not recording because I'm out of recording space on my Zoom. Thanks for asking about that. So there will be a recording on YouTube that I can download and upload. I didn't bother to go into Zoom and clear out all my recording space because it's gonna be recorded on YouTube. So I'll just be able to take the YouTube and put it into the members area. So here are the things that we're going to cover in the bonus sprint class at 2 o'clock today, 1 hour 56 from now. First, an update. I didn't even try yesterday, and I have leads and appointments already. 6 leads, 2 appointments booked. And I posted it in only one spot. You got to show up on the real call to get the real details. But you guys who were there, you saw I posted it in one spot, not even like a really good spot. I screwed it up. I had somebody message me telling me the link I posted didn't work. And that was that had to be at like 9 o'clock at night. So at 11 o'clock last night, I fixed there was nothing wrong with the link. It's just, it was a link to my Facebook chat, and this person might not have had Facebook, so it just didn't work for them. So I'll show you today at 2 o'clock what I did, because I want to keep that private and inside the sprint. But I did some things that I'll show you today, like leads and appointments already. I'll have to double check my numbers and see if they've grown since then. But when I looked this morning, there were 6 leads and a couple appointments booked from the lead magnet. So I don't know. Anybody here on the Zoom want to share? Have you gotten leads yet? Have you gotten people interested in what you put out? Have you put it out? Here's what I'm going to say to you. If you have not put it out, okay, hold on. The mind map is what you already included in the, when you say, yes, I want it, do you send the whole document? Yes, correct. Well, and I can talk more about that at 2 o'clock. But in the lead magnet that I've been teaching you to create, I'm not going to say what it's called because we're broadcasting live to YouTube. It's what they get when they say they want it. So they say they want it, and that's what they get. They get the whole thing. It was a 4-page thing that I created. They get that. And then in that document, there's an invitation to meet with me. And also, I'm going to follow up with them with email, trying to get them on a call as well. But I don't even, I've already gotten a pretty good conversion. And I only posted it in one spot that I almost thought of it as like a throwaway spot. They do not get that long document I created. That is a very good question. That long document I created was for my purposes to create the lead magnet, and then I could use that long document to create social posts. That is a great question, and I'm glad you asked that to get some clarity. All right. Here we go. People checking in, saying hello on YouTube. 6 people on YouTube right now. Thank you so much for being here. So I'm here to answer your questions. You can ask me anything, and I'll do my best to answer you and still maintain the integrity of my private mentorship programs, where we share, the really, the really deep secrets. So 3 things that we're going to cover at 2 o'clock today. I'm going to give you an update. I'm going to show you how I screwed up and it still worked. I'm going to show you an email sequence, a follow-up email sequence. We're going to do that. And then I'm going to show you the simplest way to expand your audience. I'm going to show you the simplest way to expand your audience, and not very expensive at all. We're going to actually create a YouTube ad campaign. I'm sorry, pardon me, a Facebook ad campaign. A YouTube ad campaign would be expensive, but the Facebook ad campaign we're going to create is not very expensive at all. And you could even do it for $1 a day, though I don't recommend it. I will make recommendations for you on the call. I'm going to set one up right in front of you. So there has to be some substance to it. Anytime you create a lead magnet, you definitely want to put some substance behind it, because it's going to be the first, it's going to be the first thing that people see from you. So we want to give them something that's going to definitely help them. And a lot of times you're going to have a cold audience reaching out to you to get this. So you saw where I posted it yesterday. I only posted it in one spot yesterday. I did not post it. I gave you a list of places to post yours. I posted mine in just one spot yesterday, and you saw where I did it. And somebody says when they opened YouTube today, it was the first screen they saw. Isn't that funny? That's really cool. That's why it's working. I'm going to check in, see if I got, I'm going to look and see if I got more leads from this thing today so far. And no, none yet. So I only posted it in one spot yesterday, and it's kind of a throwaway spot, but I wanted to show you that you had the option of doing that. And I gave you a list of like 7 places to put it. So if you followed that, you should have leads right now. If you followed that, you should have leads right now. If you didn't follow it and you're here on the Zoom, not here in YouTube land. If you're here in YouTube land, you have to come into the program to get this. But you guys here on the Zoom, hold on. Are you telling me you got 30 leads? Somebody's telling me privately, you got 30 leads this week and a 75% open rate? Is that what I'm hearing? Is that what you said? I want to make sure I'm clear on this. I'm not going to like get all hyped up, but I am going to say that if that's the case, yeah, okay. So everybody else, 30 is currently the number to beat. I'm telling you, if you do this work, you're going to get leads. And then if you show up at 2 o'clock today and you do what I ask you to do in terms of follow-up, you're going to get appointments. If you have just watched and you have not implemented because you're hesitant, you're shy, you're worried that you're not going to create something that's good enough, you are not honoring yourself. Yes, as in 3-0. So you're not honoring yourself by learning and not applying. And that's where so many people make mistakes, is they learn, but they don't apply. So here's the process that I follow for learning and applying, because it's really, really, it's essential that you apply what you learn. Because for a couple of reasons. You want to apply what you learn because heck, it might work. Uh, as we just saw, it might just work, or it might not work, and now you can troubleshoot and you can figure out why it didn't work. So my process is this. I listen to my teachers while I'm running. So you know me, every morning I get up and I run for about 45 minutes to an hour, depending on the morning. This morning I ran for 52 minutes. It was really, really super, super nice out. It was super nice out. You know what's in there. And so I ran a good deal this morning. I listened to my teachers while I'm running. And then in my brain, I'm logging the things I want to go back and apply. So kind of like when we meet, there's a lot of talking and a lot of questions and answers, but then I'm also going to teach you stuff. I will make a note of the stuff that I want to go back and apply. And so what I will do is I'm running, I'm listening, I make a note on my watch with my voice, the time that I need to go to in the recording to start applying. Then I have dedicated time here at my desk that is specifically implementation time. And that's outside of the monk mode time on Wednesdays. So I have specific implementation time that I follow here. And so I'll get back. I have my running list of notes that I made on my watch that's now synced to my computer. And I can sit here and I can just go to those times and implement what I learned. And so, and listen, with my teachers, a lot of the stuff I'm learning is stuff I already know, but they're reminding me that I should do it again. Like it's just reminders because there's so many different things that we could be doing. And a lot of times it's just a reminder, oh, you should build a chat bot that's going to automate the process of getting people a lead magnet. So now it's not just email, you can hit them through Messenger as well. And I was like, oh yeah, that's a good idea. I've kind of stopped doing that. I should go and do that again. So if you haven't applied what you've learned on Monday, Tuesday, and now yesterday by now, and we have our 2 o'clock coming up with the follow-up, where I'm going to teach you the follow-up and then the expansion. I'm going to show you how to expand your reach in a big way. If you haven't done that, get it done right now. If you were to get it done by the top of the hour, by 1 o'clock, and you put it out there based on what we did yesterday, you would have leads by 2 o'clock. You'd have people that you could be following up with by 2 o'clock. I screwed up and still was able to make it happen. So you'll remember, I can show you this because I'm not going to show you like the wicked secrets, but I'll show you. Let me show you this. Let me open up a browser and I'll show you what I created. We'll talk more about this in the private meeting. I created this. Let's see if I can find it. I think it's 9. Yeah. So I had to create this. So I had to create a landing page. So I ran 3 times yesterday. And my third run was at 10 p.m. I got back from my 10 p.m. run and I had a message on where I posted this. I had a message saying the link isn't working. And so then I went and I checked and the link was working, but the link only works if you have a Facebook account. So this person might not have had a Facebook account. And so it didn't seem to work. And if you don't have a Facebook account, you can't use Facebook Messenger. So I was like, well, shoot, now I've got to figure out a way to make this work on where I posted it. And they couldn't communicate with me directly through there. I don't want to ask them to put their email addresses in the comments because there's violation of privacy there because it was a public place. So I'm like, oh, I got to spin up a landing page. I'm like, okay. So that was at 10:30. I showered and I sat down here and I started working at this. I remember it was 11:03 p.m. And by 11:17, I had this up. So that was 13 hours ago that I had this up, and I've already 6 leads and a handful of appointments. So I put this, and then I went and I edited the post to have this link. And so this is headline, image, reasons to do this, bonus, I'll email you templates. So you know, the bonus that they're going to get and so much more. And then I had to test it. So I tested it with just some fake information. And then a button that says, yes, send me this, send me the mind map. And it works. And it worked. It worked. I didn't have any leads prior to that. And then I did this and I posted that and it worked. All right. So I just built this as fast as I could. It's really not a big deal. I probably did too much. I probably could have just had the title and the form, and it would have worked just as well. So if you haven't done it, now is the time to go and get it done. Like now, don't wait. Don't say, oh, I'll do it on the weekend. The energy to do it is now. Did anyone who has created? All right, since we're talking about this, and you know, you guys on YouTube, you could probably get something out of this. We're talking about lead magnets. For the people in the inner circle, tell me privately, have you created it or not? If the answer is no, I have not, tell me why. What has stopped you from doing the work? Because we got to find a way to turn that tide. Yes, created. Yes, posted on LinkedIn and Facebook. Good. Thank you. Yes. Okay. Good. Good. Okay, somebody's hung up on the first page, but you created the asset that was the intent. Okay, then deliver the asset. Don't worry about the first page. Just deliver the asset. I created a first page just because I kind of wanted to frame it out, create a cover page, the asset, and then an offer page. That's it. Someone says there's need tweaking, but decided to shoot first and aim after. Yeah, don't worry about that, the intro page that I created. Just deliver the asset. So create a simple cover page, create an offer page, which you saw mine, goofy, nothing sophisticated about that. Sandwich those three things together, PDF, the asset in the middle that you created, sandwich them together and call it done. Okay, call it done and get it out. The intro page, people are just going to skip over. I did it just to add a little bit of weight to the document, but it's not, that was completely optional. Okay, so you can do it. Just to get it out, because we need to test the market to make sure the market wants the asset that you're delivering. They might not want it. So we need to initially test the market and see if they wanted it. I was surprised that I got, you guys saw where I posted yesterday. I don't have a big following in that way, in that place. It's kind of like my secret spot. I posted it there, and to get 6 leads right away, like 6 email addresses of people who are behaviorally indicating to me that they want what I do. And then to get some meetings for early next week. That says a lot. So I'm going to blast it out to all the socials. And while we're here, I sent out a short just before we started. I was hoping, the short feed has not picked it up yet. Somebody says, let me just read this quickly to make sure there's nothing private in here. Wow. So this is like the domino effect. This partially finished, finish. I was at an expo on Wednesday. Then I have like 40 leads that I need to follow up right away. Yes, you do. Follow up with those leads right away. Good. Somebody says that they had a private client send them a note, and the private client used their lead magnet to review their own approach and brought in a client. So that's like you illuminated the path for someone who then went and illuminated the path for someone else. I don't know how to post on Instagram. I'm new to it. I only know how to post reels, not text image post. Here, let me teach you. You can do it from a computer. Okay, good. Somebody says they're going to create their asset this afternoon. Good. Let me show you. I'll show you the easy way to post this on Instagram. Share here. You're going to go to Instagram on your desktop. You can do it on your computer if you want. You can go here. There's Maria. She's awesome. Top 15%. Wish it was top 10. We'll get her there. You go here to create. Look at that guy eating his pizza. Look at that. Oh my God. You go here to create, post. Okay. Create and post. And then you're going to select the image from your computer. So I'm going to select one that I made yesterday. Let me find it. I think this is one. Let me make sure. Yeah, that is. Okay, I'm going to drag that here. So I selected an image. It's been cropped. I could do this to show it in its original aspect ratio, which is going to put bars top and bottom. Or I could go cropped, which I think looks fine. Even that looks fine. That doesn't look good. I'll do the one by one. I think that's fine. Then we're going to click next. We're not going to, this is a hashtag no filter situation. Next. And now here for your caption is where you're going to put the post that we worked on. You're gonna copy and paste. By the way, if you're sitting out here on YouTube or you're watching this on a replay on YouTube and you're hearing me talk about all the things we worked on in the private sessions, it's because I'm talking to people who are in my inner circle, which is the ridiculously inexpensive mentorship program that I have. Like, it's cheaper than candy. And I've proven that it's cheaper than candy, by the way. It's really like I don't even know how to describe like how inexpensive and how much you get. You get to see me like 4 times a week, and we get to work on stuff like this together. So if you want something like that, just go to prouty.me. Prouty's my last name. Me is me. Prouty.me. Grab 15 minutes on my schedule, and we'll get you going fast. You can even try it for a week for free. And if you want to try it for a week for free and you're like an introvert and you don't want to talk to me, I get it. Find me on the socials and send me a direct message. Somebody says Prouty's Inner Circle is a no-brainer. Please sign up now. They're right. They're right. I priced it so unbelievably inexpensive because I want people to come in and get great results and just stay forever and hang out with me. I'm paying I'm paying it forward by doing as much as I can. Like, I commit to 1 meeting a week, but I give you 4. So you write your caption here. You know what to do here. You learned it yesterday, right? Okay. And then you click share, and it shares. If you know somebody who wants to try the free week, just DM me with their, do a DM introduction or whatever, or I can send you a link for them to go to. Thank you very much for that. I'm grateful for that. And then if they join, you get a free month. We're like, what's even better than that? Do you guys remember I do that, right? If you send somebody and they join, you get a free month. So remind me, remind me. Like a Mars candy bar? No. A bit of honey. It's cheaper than bit of honey. Don't be sending me bit of honeys. I mentioned once that bit of honey is my favorite candy. Somebody sent me a like 50-pound bag of bit of honey candies. I do love those things. Oh my God, I love those things so much. But oh, wow. I got this box in the mail and I pick up this box and it was super heavy. Like it was hard to lift. And I'm like, what could this be? And I went in and I put it down on the desk and it made a slam on the desk. And I ripped this thing open and it is a gigantic box of Bit O Honey candies. A bag. It was a bag. There were so many in there. I was so very happy. But you got to regulate. First of all, I only will eat something like that on Sundays, right? So that's right away. I got to hide these things for 6 days of the week. That's the first effort that I got to go through. Then Sunday comes along, and how many bit of honeys can you really eat? Well, I can tell you a lot. I can eat a lot of them. And so then you got this. They're very sticky. These things. You got to be very careful with these things, especially you don't want to lose a tooth. You got to be very careful when you eat these things. I think I don't know, that 50-pound bag of bit of honey probably lasted me a long time. So I am unhinged on Sundays. I am unhinged. It's amazing. It's amazing because my eating window starts at 6 a.m. So I have an alarm set for 6 a.m. and I get up, I weigh in. Oh, somebody just got a lead. Good. 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 You see, it can work. So I set an alarm. I get up at 6 a.m. and I start eating. And what happens is I don't eat, like I won't eat until Sunday morning now. And I like any food that's being made, like my little portion goes into a little part of the fridge. And then Sunday is my day I eat all day long. So I'm like eating leftovers from the whole week. Like for breakfast, I'm eating Italian grinders. Okay, good, good. I love it. I love it. It is B2B, but you're still, even if you're selling B2B, you're just selling to another human. They just happen to they represent a company. You're just selling to another human. You just got to get the right human at the company who makes the decision. B2B is not harder than B2C. And in some aspects, B2B is easier. I have one private client that pays me a lot of money, like a lot of money. We meet for 15 minutes a month and maybe sometimes a little bit more. And they've been going, I only had 2 kids when they first started with me. They were around for the birth of my third and my 4th children. So that's how long I've had this client every month. And we meet. What are you working on? How's it going? Here's what you should do this month. And they're huge. But I only had to sell to one person to get the gig. And I screwed that up too. I screwed that up because I had mentioned to her that I don't check email as often. That back then I was checking email maybe twice a week. And that was before I went on my hiatus from email. And she was emailing me. And finally she texted me and she was like, hey, we want you to start. Can you reply to our emails? I'm like, ah, shoot. Yes, I can go reply to your emails. Let's check in on YouTube, see if there's any questions going on there. Otherwise, we're just kind of here to chat. I want to, Eileen says, my program is a game changer. Thank you so much for saying that over there in YouTube land. Thank you very much. When you provide enough value, people overlook imperfections. I really try hard not to make too many imperfections with you guys. All the imperfections I try to do are in my stuff, like I screwed up that post yesterday. but I try not to mess up on your stuff. I try to get your stuff right. Congratulations, JB, on that lead. I'm using initials because we're live to a public place. Congratulations on that lead. I think that's amazing. It's also great that it kind of happened in real time while we're sitting here right now. That would be a fun thing to do when we do this again, is to get everybody to post at the beginning of our time together, and then we just kind of sit and chit chat and watch the leads come in. Wouldn't that be kind of fun? Like we'll just sit and have we could sit and have coffee, or I think that would be fun. Is okay, everybody. We spend the third day or the second day or the third day organizing the content that we're going to post, but don't post it. And then we get together, copy paste. Okay, everybody's going to click post at the same time, and then everybody posts. And then we just kind of sit and chit chat. And oh, we could even do prizes for first lead to come in. First lead, I would say most leads, but I'm worried about one person that's here. I don't want, like, I only got 6, they got 30. That would be kind of fun to do. Let's do that. Remind me. So we'll do another lead magnet sprint soon. What did I say I was going to do? I can't remember. I have a list of things that I have coming up for you. First prize, coffee. Second prize, bit of honey. First prize is coffee. Second prize is a 50-pound bag of bit of honey. I know somebody that can get those. I think it was huge. I love that you're getting leads right now based on what we did. I can tell you this, something I'm going to do with this lead magnet class. You're going to get to attend it again in a week. I'm going to do it all over again, but I'm going to send it out to, I'm going to try to put it in front of about 6, 9. I'm going to put it in front of about 9,000 people, and I'm going to sell it for trying the inner circle for a month. So no free week for the inner circle for that. It's going to be sign up for the inner circle for a month, and you can get this class for a week. So I'm going to organize the video sales letter and all of the sales material for that next week. I'll probably start promoting it on Wednesday of next week, which means a week from this Monday. So what's this Monday? 18. So that means 25. So on the 25th, I'm going to deliver it all over again. You inner circle people will get to attend it all over again. So he says, this was a great experiential learning experience, especially for the perfectionists who are hesitant to hit send because it's not perfect enough. Hey, look, you see, it doesn't have to be perfect for it to work. And sure, I spent a little bit more time in the design phase than I would have liked, but I'm really happy with how it came out. I'm really happy with how it came out. I keep refreshing my page to see if any more leads came in. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen. I'm really curious to see what's going to happen when I push it on all the channels like I taught you yesterday. Which, I don't know, I might do that on Monday. Or I might do it today. Since it's now automated. No, you know what? I'm going to do it on Monday because I want to have, I showed you an overwhelming secret sauce kind of thing at the end of yesterday's session. I want to have that configured and ready to go for Monday. So I'll push it out on my socials on Monday, all my socials. I only put it out in one place yesterday. I'll put it out on all my socials on Monday, and then I'm going to have that kind of overwhelming secret sauce ninja thing that I showed you at the end of yesterday's session. I'm going to have that in place to handle things for me. I want to test that and see how that works. I don't think I'm as exciting on YouTube today as I am normal weeks because the viewership just isn't there, but that's okay. That's a lesson in and of itself, is that stick it out even when it doesn't seem like it's working. Troubleshoot and look for evidence that people want what you have. Like, listen, if people don't want what you have, you got to be able to figure that out quickly and course correct. But like right now, you know, the YouTube viewership is not where it normally is. Like sometimes I get like 15 people on YouTube. I think we maxed at 6. And there are 3 that are here. Thanks for being here, you guys on YouTube. But that's the lesson, is just stick it out. How many would look at and say, oh, only 3 people showed up, I'm never doing it again? But you got to stick it out. It just takes time. Everything just takes time. It's spring break for many people. That's true. Yeah, and my kids are off school today. I don't know why they're off school today, but they're here, and all of their friends are over. It's kind of chaotic in my house. You got to stick stuff out. It took me 2 years of dedicated time building my YouTube channel, but now I'm getting leads. I'm getting appointments, leads, and clients every day from it. And I don't have to do anything. I just keep it, I kind of keep it going, but organically, I spent 2 years building it. And sure, that took some time, but was it worth it? Absolutely. Because now every single day I'm getting leads, clients, or both. So it was worth the 2 years. And by the way, you augment the time it takes for organic to spin up by running paid. So now I can run paid if I want a big boost, or if I feel like spending some money. And if not, I can let organic just keep rolling. It's the same thing with SEO. Jadwan will tell you, it's the same thing with SEO. SEO on Google is going to get you to show up high in Google search, so you get a lot of traffic from that. It works 24/7. You nurture it just a little bit. Or you could pay Google to have your paid placements, and they're going to show up as long as you're paying. So you find the balance between the two. Sometimes you turn off ads and you let organic roll for a little while. Sometimes you have organic and paid rolling, but organic's going to work for you 24/7. Somebody says paralysis by analysis is a damaging trait, especially, yeah, especially with how fast things move. You've got to get to a point where it's, I don't want to say good enough, but you've got to get to a point where you can put stuff out and not worry about perfectionism, right? Just go, just get it out. All right, guys, what else would you like to talk about? I'm kind of just chit-chatting like we're sitting having coffee. I'm checking in. I released a short form video just before we got on, and I'm like testing releasing short form videos at different times. And so I'm trying to see what a midday would look like. Let me see. I'm going to check my TikTok. Holy smoke. It didn't go out on TikTok. I got to do that. I don't know why. I don't even know if it makes sense to invest any time in TikTok right now based on a lot of the news that we're hearing. I will tell you this. Here's the lesson we can learn. So in case you didn't see, let me bring up the news article for you. U.S. government votes on TikTok. House passes bill to force TikTok to divest or face a ban. So give me 1 second and I'll share this with you. We don't have to read the whole thing. You can get everything you need to know from the headline. So let's talk about why this is important. Okay, so the US House, I believe that's known as the House of Representatives. Look at all the TikTokers. Look at all these TikTokers. Oh, I like that jacket. Stephen King seems to be doing pretty well for himself. That is a sharp jacket. What do you guys think about that with that the white edge of the collar? Could that work for me? Could I do this? Could I put these on? Put on that jacket? Go stand in front of the White House? I'll let you decide. All right, he's gone. Yeah, I will go for it. So these are all the TikTokers. Look at, but you know what's interesting about this? Let me show you. Here's something I want you to observe. Okay, see this guy and see his jacket? See those people standing around behind him? I want you to observe something. I want you to see how you're being manipulated. It's coming up. You're being manipulated by this news organization, by whoever made this video. Actually, not by whoever made this video. You're being manipulated by the people who organized. Look at, there's that dude again. Okay. So if this were a really big event, unless this guy is like, has main character syndrome, he might have main character syndrome where he's got to be in every video. But if this were a huge event, you would suspect, you're exactly right. It's about 10 people. But here's something else to see how you're being manipulated. And with awareness, you will not be manipulated. I missed it. I want to see, maybe they show more. See, they can't even show the crowd because there's not that many people there. But what you can observe, and I've seen this in other pictures, these signs were printed and handed out. And we see this happening at a lot of protests where a van will pull up. They'll open up the van and they will hand out signs. These signs were professionally made and handed out. Okay. White strip lapel didn't make that sign with Helvetica at home and then bring another one and hand it out. There's a handful of people here with signs that were printed by some other organization to manipulate your belief. Because now we have the narrow camera angle, which now your brain wants to fill in what's happening on either side here. So you're thinking that it's a bigger crowd than it is. It's not. And then you see not your now, but other people see, oh, they're holding signs. I'm going to read one of those signs. Oh, it's about keeping TikTok. But they didn't make those signs. Do you know what those signs would look like if they made them? They'd look like, they wouldn't look good. They'd be hand-drawn. So what's going on here? So the US government wants to ban TikTok. Why? I mean, there's a lot of reasons. Some political, some not political. So they either want TikTok to divest, which means sell off ByteDance. They want ByteDance to divest TikTok, sell it off somewhere that they can regulate, or ban it in the US. And they're giving them about 6 months to do it. Right? So what does this really mean? Do you think ByteDance will divest TikTok? TikTok has just crossed 1 billion users, but only 1.7 million are in the US. I think that's the case. TikTok users by location. $136 million. That's 2022. It'll be bigger than that now. I think TikTok just is approaching 1 billion total users. US, 135 million users. So is there any reason for them to divest just for the US market? No, there's not. And TikTok has faced other demands from governments in the past and has done nothing, has not responded at all. So I don't think they're going to respond to this. So might be in trouble here. So what does this mean? What's the bigger lesson that we can learn here? Because the lesson here isn't about TikTok. It's not about politics. It's not about divesting or signs. The lesson here is there are a lot of people who are only on TikTok. They are screwed. If their business is only generating leads or they're only generating income from TikTok, they're screwed. How big of their audience, what percent, let's imagine that they're like, oh shoot, I should get on X or I should get on YouTube. how much of their audience, people are so lazy, how much of their audience is going to follow them? Even 50%? But now you're under the gun, right? 2%? I agree. Now you're under the gun to spin up an entirely new channel. You know how long it takes to spin up a new channel? A long time. Even if you have an audience that will partially follow you. So they're screwed. Eileen Ryan, you out there? You should be marketing to TikTok people saying, hey, your income's going away in about 6 months. You need a job. Let me help you. Like, sir, I kind of say that jokingly, but now that I say it, kind of not really joking. And so when we were talking yesterday, you guys will remember yesterday, I gave you a list of places to go and publicize your lead magnet. You know, and it was, oh, that's interesting. There's a Wall Street Journal article. Let me see this. Or on Search Engine Journal. How and why local businesses should use video in their digital marketing, but you've got to use video across all the platforms. So they're saying here, just in the beginning, I'm reading this, I know you can't see it, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok, heavy video based. Yeah. So the message here is, there's 2 messages here. Hold on. We're gonna talk about 2 things, and one of them I'm gonna shut down the YouTube before we talk about it. Sorry, YouTubers. If you guys are watching this on YouTube, even in the replay, you got to come into the inner circle. You do. You just got to come into the inner circle. So search for Chris Prouty on Google. Whatever, I'm going to be all over the first page. Find me, message me, and say, I want in on this inner circle thing. Let me try it for a week for free, please. And I will do that for you. So the very first, there are 2 keys here. First key is, don't invest all your time in one platform, because the platforms are going to do what they want. Look at all the changes LinkedIn made. If you were unfortunately using LinkedIn as a viral source of visibility 2 years ago, it's not working for you now because LinkedIn made a change. You're done. If you're only on TikTok and TikTok goes away, you're screwed. You're screwed trying to spin up a new channel. I don't care how good you dance or how great your stuff is. You got to diversify. Okay? You got to diversify. And I'm going to shut down the YouTube stream. Thanks for joining me here on YouTube. If you made it this long into the broadcast, search for Chris Prouty in Google, and I'm like the first 18 things that show up. Send me a direct message and say,